Excellent, excellent. This meeting is being recorded. I am so excited. Welcome to A Notch Higher Living YouTube channel where healthy relationship skills are learned, developed, practiced, and ultimately thrive. I am so excited to have Coach Lisa on the show today. So say hi to everybody, Coach Lisa.
Hey, everyone.
Now, Coach Lisa and I have known each other. I met you initially, I had to think about it, in 2016. And you reached out to me by LinkedIn because I was like, how did I get? I know I meet people all the time, but I was just like, how did we meet? And you reached out to me through LinkedIn. And I was just like, who is this? You meet people online, but when I looked at your profile, it was your professionally fit at the time. And that's my connection with you. And I've worked with Coach Lisa. I always call her coach still because no matter where I have been in her program or if I've not been in the program, I consider Coach Lisa my coach because she has made such an impact on me in even eating and my working out and my lifestyle and thinking of how I live. And ultimately, I'm plant-based. I will attribute it, I would say 95% to Coach Lisa, because at first I was like, I'm not, no, not doing it. But when I say 95%, because she was the one who introduced, and you introduced this idea and this lifestyle to me, I would say the 5% was that when I started looking at multiple meals that could be made, I was just like, okay, that put me over. So no, I would give you 98%. That would be a better percentage. But when I thought about it, I was just like, wow, almost 5 years later, my lifestyle has really changed because of what I ate or what I'm eating. And I wanted to share like the one major thing. When I went to the first event that I've ever attended, it was when I started the process and the program. And you had a young lady, I don't remember her name, but she had and she battled cancer. And that was the first time that I had tasty food it was vegan and it was plant-based. And I was just like, okay. And that was the very first time I ever heard of the word casein in cheese. And you talked about cheese. And that was when I started just with that segment about myself and eating cheese. And I stopped for like 2 weeks and my sinuses cleared up. I always say like, oh, I have allergies. That was the first time I started looking at food from a different perspective. Even I think before we jumped really into the program, because I heard it and I never heard of that before. So I wanted to introduce you this way to everyone because when I thought about this has really been an evolving experience for me because it wasn't like you said, do this, do this, do this, do this, don't do this, don't do this, go. It was like you educated me, you gave me information, and you really just let it ride. You really encouraged and challenged. But when I implemented what you would say or what you provided, that's really the game changer because I love cheese. To this day, I love cheese. I love the taste of it. But I literally don't eat cheese because I can breathe. And it's a joke in my family. I'm like, no, this had nothing to do with plant-based at the time. I said my food choices have changed because my body responds differently. And that is to me how I wanted to introduce you to the world because that's how you came to me. You weren't pushing, you were encouraging and educating. So I want you to share with everyone who you're all about and why you came across this journey of healthy living.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm so proud of you, Jasmine, to this day. It was a pleasure working with you and kind of watching your transformation throughout this journey and just overall health, right? I remember when it moved into other areas for you. So I'm so proud of this channel that you're addressing everything that means so much to you. The mindset, the finances, all of that stuff. And because we know, health is not all about what just happens in the kitchen or in the gym. But it encompasses the whole person, right? And so I applaud you for taking this step and putting this information out there. So I'm Elisa A. Smith. I'm a certified plant-based nutritionist, founder of the Black Health Academy, author of the Plant-Based Foodie. I'm the executive director of the Plant-Based Nutrition Support Group. And I am also the creator of 2 signature coaching programs. The first is called Farm to Table,
Okay.
which is a 10-week plant-based coaching program for personal health transformation. And the second is called the Other 23 Plant-Based Nutrition and Coaching Certification, where I certify individuals in learning how to teach and coach to a holistic and plant-based lifestyle. So I absolutely love my work, and I became plant-based for professional reasons, actually. I was working as a personal trainer many, many years ago, and wanted to start studying nutrition to assist my clients better. And so I started kind of researching nutrition science, and kind of discovered a plant-based diet, and that it was one of the most ideal diets for optimal health. So I started kind of testing some stuff out for myself, and it was a game changer for me. Luckily, I was already down to a healthy weight. I've lost 65 pounds on my own, but that was before becoming a plant-based vegan. And so when I made the transition, I was already at a healthy weight. So the benefits for me were highlighted from the cognitive, mental, and emotional health aspect that it had, and the impact that, you know, your food has on your mood, and the impact that your food has on your clarity, and just the acuity of your mind, brain fog, recall, concentration, and then the ability to execute at a high level on all these amazing ideas that you have. So, you know, for me, learning about the science of nutrition to then pass it down to my clients and my students really helped to open up a world to me that was unbeknownst prior, right? And so I grew up eating meat and dairy. You know, I didn't grow up as an athlete or anything. So the current health condition that I'm in right now is all self-made. I didn't have any preconditioning into this lifestyle. And so, you know, that, and I know others can do it for themselves, but I know the challenge that comes with trying to lose weight, trying to get off of, you know, prescription drugs, you know, working through chronic health challenges. You know, when you're trying to DIY that thing, it can be challenging. And so I just made it my mission to create programs and content that's going to help individuals do that at a high level and able to sustain the results, as you've been so generous in, you know, articulating today. That, you know, it's one thing to try it out, to do a 30-day challenge, to do a 21-day challenge or whatever, but being able to sustain the results and really turn it into a lifestyle is a game changer, and unfortunately a path that a lot of people don't get to cross in their lifetime. And so it's my mission to extend the life expectancy of people of color on this planet through the work we do at the Black Health Academy. And I am absolutely in love with it. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Because what you're explaining, literally, I so connect with the journey. You evolved, and you navigated your way through that process. And that is how you came to me. And that's how this has really evolved for myself. Because like you said, sustainability, that's been the key. Again, I didn't jump right into that plant-based lifestyle, but because of what you encouraged. And she said her book, but this is the book. I'm going to put it in the link, description in the link. So please, I actually pulled this out. I told Coach before we got on this call, there are so many. It's 50 comfort classic recipes for the plant-based foodie in you. And I can honestly say, I think I came on a call with you. I was like getting more involved in what I was eating, but my palate has broadened so much. Like chickpeas, like there are so many things that are staples now. I think there should be, I watch YouTubes that, help with cooking different plant-based foods, but like there should be like that staple book. Like, are you coming out with another book, by the way? Okay.
I am, but it's not a
Tell us
recipe.
about it. Okay. What will it be about?
It's about alignment and obedience in life.
Oh, so does it have anything to do with being plant-based or
It is
that?
a personal development book, actually.
Nice. Oh, I'm going to be on that, which ironically, even with coming into this path with you, I remember when I reached out to you and I was just like, wait a minute, my deodorant needs to change. And like it was like that epiphany moment of like, wait, there's so many things that touch like the plant-based lifestyle. It's simply not, like you said, just about our food.
Yeah.
So, tell us. a little bit about how the Black Health Academy, how that came to be, and like what you want to see in the years to come? Because now it's a free subscription for people. We're going
Yeah.
to put that in the academy or in the description as well. But tell us a little bit about the Black Health Academy.
Yeah, so I started the Black Health Academy in October of 2017.
Okay.
And it was kind of born out of a necessity because the very first company I started was Professionally Fit in 2015. And at Professionally Fit, I was kind of working with, high level executives and doing executive wellness, professional wellness in workplaces, and working with individuals for whom their health had a significant impact on their career, which is everyone, but
Exactly.
really high performing individuals who needed to be optimally healthy in order to fulfill their duties. They usually had responsibilities to a whole team, a staff,
Hmm.
or organization, things like this. But I would get requests from individuals who wanted to work with me, and they didn't necessarily fall into our target audience at Professionally Fit. Our services weren't necessarily affordable for them. And so I saw the need in my own backyard, in my community. And so I created the Black Health Academy in 2017, which is an e-learning platform. And we pair that with live monthly events where we're essentially educating individuals on how to adopt a whole food plant-based diet, educating individuals on exercise science, educating individuals on mental health, and then master classes around reversing chronic challenges that people of color disproportionately are impacted by. And it has been wonderful. We're approaching 2,000 members, and
Wow.
our mission, my overall mission with the Black Health Academy, is literally to extend the life expectancy of people of color on this planet. We have some of the lowest life expectancies. And then when you really get into marginalized, those really urban marginalized communities throughout the world, it drops even lower. And there's a lot of our daily practices that can be uprooted, retaught. There's a lot of retraining that can be done, and understanding that
Yes.
can be taught around the power that we have within our own hands to do something
Hmm.
about our own health, right? And there's, a ton of inequities in our society that pushes
Yes.
back up against that theory. And,
Hmm.
our mission is to address those as well. And so we want to empower people of color, right? To take, if they've been told by a physician that you'll never reverse this hypertension because it runs in your family, we want to
Right.
rewrite that narrative, right?
Right.
You're going to be on this insulin for the rest of your life, right? We're not saying
Hmm.
we can completely eradicate everything and but there's a lot that can go into remission. There's a lot that can be reversed. We can significantly increase the quality of individuals' lives once they understand the power that they have on their plate alone. And
Yes.
so that's our mission at the Black Health Academy. And it is, some of the most rewarding work that I do, to watch, individuals who look like me, individuals who look like my mom, to come and say, it's because of you that I was able to get off
Yes.
this medication. It's because of what I learned at the academy that I was able to lose the weight or take back my
Hmm.
power from health or get the courage to quit my job, which was creating chronic stress. And so
Yes.
that really, propels my work and my motivation every single day.
I love it. I love it. And even the timeline, I realized like I came on with you right after you started Professionally Fit because it was 2016. And then now it makes sense because the Black Health Academy started not too long after that.
Yeah.
So as I'm listening to the timeline, not knowing obviously all of your, your back end things and what you're doing, but it's like now I feel like I've been evolving with your company,
Yeah.
like organically, like
Yeah.
on the side, but really all I always knew that no, that's why I keep calling you coach. Just like you'll never stop being my coach because of how this all started. But
Yeah.
hearing you talk about the Black Academy that way, it really makes so much more sense now because even what you said about insulin and again what we have on our plate, I have to go back to me personally.
Mm.
Cheese, that's one thing. And no one would have told me anything other than I always say no, it's my allergies. I was always stuffy, like always stuffy. And I was so free in like really finding out about my body. I remember eating a small piece of pizza from my nieces and nephews. And then I just I woke up the next day and I was stuffy. And I was like, I'm done. Because like when you start to like recognize and be aware of what's going on with your body, literally, I ate some soup maybe about a month or so ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. And it was cream of it wasn't cream of, it was lemon rice.
Mm.
And when I woke up the next morning, I had like white, pus around my nose. And I was like, what did I eat? I literally always go to like, what did I eat first, as opposed to anything else now. So when you're saying that, I am so grateful that you answered the charge and the call
Mm.
to do something like this. What I do know is that it's not easy,
Mm.
because one thing, being Black and brown, we have had a history of not attempting or not wanting us to move and stay together, because the power in our numbers, it scared too many people. You know what I mean? Like that was not going to happen. So the breakdown of this, that's why personally I want to say that I am still calling Coach Lisa, because I knew that even with the challenges that I had, and I can share with you all transparently and with Coach Lisa. Coach Lisa, I told a couple of people this the other day. You were the one who would say to me when we would go to the gym, because I would meet her at Planet Fitness. I think we met a couple of other places, but I remember Planet Fitness, and I remember you saying, Jasmine, you're stronger. You're stronger than that. Like, no, you're strong. Like, you wanted me. It was something inside my head. And I still remember that, because it's almost like I don't want to push too far.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what Coach Lisa means to me, because it's like she's not forcing me outside of my comfort zone to make me feel a certain way.
Mhm.
She's challenging me, and she challenges, I know, her other clients to see themselves like a coach, to say, hey, no, you have it within you. Whatever you need to do to push past that. So I have made myself a challenge to now start working out again. I was doing walking, but I heard you in my head like, no, you need to do a little bit more.
Mhm.
And with that, I realized that I need to make another commitment. And I was like, okay, so how am I going to? I'm still with the Black Health Academy, but you just talked about
Mhm.
how you certify. So tell us a little bit more about that. That's interesting to me.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, Jasmine, because I created Farm to Table plant-based coaching program, I think in 2016, actually. It's been over 4 years.
Okay.
And so for a long time, that's been my signature program, Farm to Table, right? And we've had
Okay.
hundreds of people go through Farm to Table and have gotten amazing results with eradicating conditions, getting off of meds, losing weight, or just prevention. A lot of people just take the class for prevention.
Yes.
But what inevitably began to happen is, people would graduate from Farm to Table, and they're a nice segment of individuals who got like the coaching bug, the teaching bug. They're like, I want to integrate this information into my current career, or
Okay.
I kind of want to spin off and do coaching on my own. And so, the other 23 plant-based nutrition and coaching certification, was essentially born. And I've been developing this curriculum for over a year. And we just opened up enrollment this year, 2021, on August 2nd, 3 weeks ago. And, some of my students, a lot of my Farm to Table alumni have literally been waiting to get enrolled into this
Wow.
certification. So at the other 23, which essentially means, by the way, anyone can work out for an hour a day, but it's what you do for the other 23 that has the biggest impact on your health. So
So true.
yeah, so our primary focus at the other 23 is on three key areas, which is mastery, integrity, and confidence in coaching. So with mastery, integrity, and coaching, it's a 3-phase program. It's about a year-long container where I'm actually taking either current health coaches or aspiring health coaches, or individuals who work in like a health adjacent field, a nurse, a doctor, a fitness trainer, a yoga instructor, whatever, owners of juice bars and cafes, people who want to
Okay.
understand nutrition science at a different level to help optimize their business, but to most importantly, transform a certain segment of the population.
Okay.
And I'm certifying them. The certification is accredited as well, and certifying them in plant-based, two things. First, plant-based nutrition, and second, in coaching, because when I got certified in plant-based nutrition, there was no component of the program that actually taught me how to be a coach, that taught me the techniques of,
Right.
that even taught me the difference between teaching and coaching, right? And so that's what I'm doing with the other 23. I'm literally combining the two, which is a one-stop shop. Because what I realize a lot of coaches do is they go one place to learn to master their skill, and their subject matter, and they go another place to literally understand how to be a coach. And so in the
Right.
other 23, I'm actually certifying people in plant-based nutrition and my signature method of coaching that I created. And so, I've been working on the curriculum for a long time, and it's finally here. We're currently enrolling through the end of September, and this first cohort is going to kick off in October. And enrollment, we're only open enrollment twice a year for the other 23. Which will be summer and winter. And, it's a program that I'm really, really proud and excited about, because
Should be, yes.
yeah, my other primary mission with the program is to literally flood the plant-based education space with people of color. Because when I was learning, and even now to this day, I study on a daily basis, and I'm still learning mostly from people who don't look like me. And so I want more of us to have content out there, books out there, lectures and talks out there on prominent stages, and have that credibility. And so I want to certify my people in this content so that the people who need us have representation, see people that look like them. And that way they understand that a plant-based lifestyle is no longer elitist, but it's available to them as well.
Okay, we just need to pause in the space and honor the gift that is in front of us. You just said so much there.
Yeah, say a lot.
But like what you said is so weighty. Like, you are certifying people from an accredited, I remember you shared that, but accredited. Okay, let's pause. Let's honor the gift that's in front of us. Coach Lisa, that is huge. I have been looking at forks and knives because I wanted to take a course in learning how to. I have you right in front of me, and just so that's my next step, commitment. I have that on the things that I read every morning and night for a vision of 2020. How long is the course? You said it's twice per year, but the next one starts in October, so it'll be October to.
Yeah, well, no, the program is about a 1-year container. So even though, you'll be in the program for about a year, maybe possibly a little longer, depending on how much practicum support you need, because I created space in the curriculum for you to then go out and actually use the information that I give you, so that it's not theory, but you're coaching people in real time.
Nice.
And so, but we enroll twice a year, but like when people enroll, they're still going to be current people in the program, right? So this first cohort kicks off in October, then we'll probably be enrolling again right around February. But the program itself, once you're in, you can expect to commit at least a year. And we meet twice a month, so it'll be the first and third Wednesday of the month.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is that you talked about farm to table. Is that a prerequisite for being in the certification program?
No, it's not. And so both my programs, you have to apply to be into.
Makes sense.
Both farm to table and the other 23, there's an application process. You have to go through a suitability interview, and then you have to take an assessment. And so when you meet with me or somebody from my team during the suitability interview, that's when we determine whether or not this program is a good fit for you. Because there have been times where someone applied to the other 23 and I told them, I think you're a better fit for farm to table, or vice versa. Yeah. So all of that is established during the suitability interview process.
I still have to pause and honor the gift that is in front of me. You came through LinkedIn, but it was a destiny intersection, because even to hear you say that, it's almost like you, to me, have been under the radar, but in a good way, because you've been doing the work. So I want to, again, I'm not saying it for like flamboyancy or anything or flattery, but thank you so much for doing the work that you do because of who you are, for being who you are. And even in your approach, how you have always welcomed me, encouraged me, and challenged me. And that's the part that I'm seeing again, that's why I will never stop calling you coach. Do I not call you like I say, Coach Lisa, Coach Lisa,
Every
on
time,
my phone,
every
Coach
time.
Lisa? Because honestly, I think for me, even to hear you say what you've been talking about and what the work that you're doing, I knew that even if I wasn't here right now, I knew I had to stay with you. And that's how, for me, I have to connect things. It's like, she's your coach because I know what you've done. And with that, it can't be marketed, or it can't be, it's not a PR move. That's what I'm saying. You didn't do that as a stunt. Who you are and what you believe in, it really shines through. So so for Farm to Table,
Mhm.
I'm going to put all of the information below. Is that already in progress? Can people start looking at your site or sign up or go on a wait list for that program
Oh
right
yeah,
now?
absolutely. So we enroll for Farm to Table 3 times a year,
Okay.
spring, winter, and fall. And so depending on when people see this, we may or may not be in enrollment, but we are currently enrolling right now for the fall semester of Farm to Table, which actually starts October 2nd.
Okay.
So, and we'll be enrolling through the end of September. So Farm to Table and both programs, if you want to like kind of read about both, do a side-by-side comparison and see what they're
Okay.
all about, the best place to do that is lisaangelsmith.com/work with me. And
Okay.
you can read about both Farm to Table and the other 23 and, see which one may or may not be a good fit and, click to apply or get on the wait list, depending on what time of year it is.
Hmm.
But yeah, we're currently enrolling for Farm to Table, which is a 10-week program. The fall semester is actually going to be on Saturday mornings from 8:30 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But that day and time typically changes every semester. Like last semester, we were on Tuesday evening. So we try
Makes
and
sense.
flex the day and time because our students are all over the country, so various time zones. But both programs are 100% virtual, so it doesn't matter
Nice.
where you are in the world. So again, that's lisaangelsmith.com/work with me.
Beautiful. We'll definitely put that in the description box. So I'm going to again pause because that part of the process, it's a part of the healthy process too. Like when you take something in
Yeah.
and just honor what I never forget, like, I think you spoke about this before. This is how I remember what you say. You said sometimes we're so quick to talk and to say something when we're listening to someone. That's why I want to keep pausing with you because it's like I feel the weight of your gift. And I want to honor that as you have shared, which I'm so appreciative that you came and shared with us today because I'm just glad. I'm not going to add to what you've already provided. What I am going to do is offer people the opportunity. So if you're not Black or brown, can you join the Black Health Academy?
Yeah, absolutely, you can. And I also just created a new Facebook group that's going to be now open to the public. It was previously only open to my Farm to Table students and
Okay.
alumni, but we have now another community group for them. And so I actually just created a brand new Facebook group that anybody can join if they want to get access to my talks, my lectures, actually a free digital download of the recipe book. And that is called Preventing and Overcoming Chronic Disease with a Plant-Based Diet. And that group is by me on Facebook, Lisa Angel Smith. And so that's another place where people can just get free content and start really understanding how to truly live a whole food plant-based diet optimally, not just a vegan diet, which can be unhealthy. So
Mhm.
learning how to truly live a whole food plant-based lifestyle and, work out all the nuances and the kinks, whether you're a beginner or advanced. If you want to join the Black Health Academy, that's an option, theblackhealthacademy.com. We do a free live nutrition class every first Saturday of the month. Another opportunity to connect and engage will be in my private Facebook group, Preventing and Overcoming Chronic Disease with a Whole Food Plant-Based
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it. Wow. Do you have any parting words that you would like to share? I yes, I'm just
Diet.
thrilled. This is the best interview that I've had. This is so great.
Well, thank you so much, Jasmine. And I just wanted, again, thank you so much for having me. And it's always good to connect with you. Yeah,
Yes.
I would just want to remind individuals, one of my sayings that I say all the time is, the absence of disease is not the presence of health. So just remembering that just because you haven't been diagnosed or prescribed anything doesn't mean you're optimally healthy. If health is an intentional practice that you engage in every single day. It's intention,
Yes.
it's energy channeled toward the optimization of your body, mind, and spirit. And so I want to remind people to stay present with that intention, to channel energy toward that outcome, right? And to not settle for what anyone has told you before now about what's available to you. You decide what's available to you, and you wake up every day and go out there and get it.
Mm. Mic dropped. Go get it. Did you hear Coach Lisa?
Yes.
So thank you once again so much for coming. Everybody, please share this with someone. Like, comment, subscribe, but really please take it in for yourself. Share it with your family. Thank you so much. This is not something that we should take lightly. And as you can see, Coach Lisa is very passionate. She's very sincere and genuine about the work that she's doing. So if you want to connect with her, I'll put all of her information in the description box. And you know what? Remember, continue to be the best you that you can be and at Notch Higher Living, because we are creating a space and environment where healthy relationship skills can be learned, developed, practiced, and ultimately thrive, because your health and your wealth is determined about who you are. So until next time, we'll see you later. Okay, bye-bye.